Yes, people, welcome back to Kopics, the podcast that we do every morning on a Monday. For you guys on the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. I hope you're doing well. Here with Doyle, how are we, fella? All good?
Yeah, sound a little bit groggy today.
Yeah, we both are.
It was hot. It's 25 degrees or something yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was one of them nights where it was just a hot night, mate, so I'm a little bit...
I had the fan on. I'm not going to lie to you last night. I had the fan on. And I'm suffering badly with hay fever as well. So if I look a bit puffy,
yeah, he come in and he was like,
and a bit groggy, it's because the hay fever is getting me. Like yesterday, I've never had it as bad in my life. Like sitting there eating a roast dinner with sunglasses on indoors, just crying basically. So anyway, we'll try and lift up the energy for you guys. Try and match it for us as well with the comments that you guys send in. Today we are speaking about. Obviously, the fact that we didn't do a podcast last week, I think you all know why.
Yeah.
We were at the parade, and obviously, you know, what happened, and we'll speak about that.
Yeah.
Also, the latest on Florian Wirtz. It looks like they're playing a bit of hardball with us here, Doyle. And then also, we're going to actually analyze. That's not the word, is it?
Analyze
Mo Salah's chances of actually winning the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
And I've got some facts and figures for you as well.
Go ahead, lads.
And obviously the season's finished.
It is.
So
it's done.
Transfer window is officially open.
It is beautiful that we start the season doing these hot Kopics and we go through the entire 12, 11, 10 months, whatever it is, and we've ended up champions. I know we've already celebrated and we've done everything about it, but it is just what a beautiful year we've had.
Yeah, it's a beautiful year, but it's just like it's a running.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
All
right, let's do it again. Let's start off then with the Florian. Oh no, actually, we start off with the parade. Yeah, we've put all of our content out now from the parade. Obviously, we didn't want to be a bit tone deaf and put out, you know, high energy video when we all know what happened. I mean, the latest I haven't heard in terms of like has every person left the hospital yet?
I don't think so. No,
I actually haven't heard for a couple of days. So
I read somewhere that 11 of them were seriously injured, or 2 of them were really seriously injured, but 11 were in hospital.
Well, the latest I heard was 7 were in hospital,
Really?
so maybe it's gone down all the way now. But
we're just lucky that no one actually passed away. Honestly, like
honestly, it's a miracle.
It's a terrible incident, but in a way, I'm glad that no one has really suffered there in the sense of no one's passed away. So we're very lucky. I'm just grateful for that. To be quite honest with you. I hope everyone makes a full recovery. It's a
quick and full recovery. That's what we're hoping for.
Wonderful day.
And obviously, Hot Kopics gets recorded on a Monday morning. We were in the thick of it, weren't we?
Fully
this time last week.
Fully.
It does seem like a long time ago now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And that's why we need to go again next year so we can have.
And that's why we need to do it again. Yeah.
So quick and fleeting. Like built up for it for so long. We had a great weekend and it was anticipated. And it just went like that. Yeah. As all the best times in your life do, mate.
Yeah, just fly by, don't they? But listen, once again, all of our thoughts are with those people affected in the incident that happened at the parade. We all know what happened. And like I said, the latest news that we get, we'll give it to you in terms of, you know, hopefully and, you know, the people are coming out of hospital, if not all of them have come out now. So we're hoping that, fingers crossed. Right, let's chat about Bayer Leverkusen's number 10. Florian Wirtz.
Do me, I didn't laugh.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it isn't Football Manager, it isn't FIFA. You can't just make an offer and bang, he's there. They're obviously playing hardball. There's a couple of bits and bobs, including someone is actually tracking a private jet that's scheduled to travel to Nuremberg, which is the closest kind of area to the German national team's training camp at the minute. And it's from Manchester at 5:48 today, and it's going to Nuremberg. Obviously, the Germany squad are all together now. So is this maybe, I mean, listen, it could just be nothing and we could be getting it wrong, but it's leaving today at 3 o'clock. It's getting there at 5:48 apparently. Do you think this is Liverpool going out there face to face? Let's get this one over the line. Because like I said, I've just got a text there that says, I've been told from somebody who works in social media for Bayer Leverkusen, Wirtz is half an hour away from that airport in Germany, and a private jet is scheduled to travel to Nuremberg. As we hear reports that a deal is very close, which we know and we've heard about a deal being close for maybe 2 weeks now, but then the other kind of aspect that we now need to consider, according to Bild, Bayer Leverkusen have rejected Liverpool's second offer for Florian Wirtz, and LFC are trying to push the total package down to 135 million euros, whereas Bayer Leverkusen continue to demand 150. Bayer Leverkusen do currently not believe that the Wirtz deal could be in jeopardy, but they're holding out. We've got a few maybe extra cards in our deck. We could maybe give them a player or two to sweeten the deal. But let me ask you this, because we've never seen our club spend over 100 million. Never. And yeah, listen, we've offered them a package of 135 million euros. But would it actually just be too much for 150 million euros? I mean, we're talking figures that we've never even computed before as a Liverpool fan. How do you think this one ends?
There was once a world-class centre-attacking mid that Liverpool had that went for a very similar price. Yep. Look what happened to him afterwards. We all know who I'm talking about, right? Phil Coutinho, mate. Felipe. He was phenomenal. He genuinely was at that point in his career for Liverpool. 6 months
before he left.
Oh my days, he was unstoppable. And I just feel like price tags like this really affect players going into the season. And I really feel like even Florian Wirtz himself is going to be like, I'm leaving this club, so you need to find me somewhere to go. Liverpool are that place. He's chose us, right? No one else. If you look at Bayern Munich, they're not going to pay 150 mil. Real Madrid are not going to pay 150 mil. Man City have said they're not going to pay 150 mil. Leverkusen need to stop messing about now, mate. I know they want the money for him, and they should, because he's a fantastic player. But next season, if you keep him at your club, he's going to go for a free. So cash in on him now while you can, instead of trying to get an extra 20, 14 million. In the grand scheme of things, it's not that much of a big thing. I think it's quite frustrating for Liverpool fans because we've been catfished so many times. Is it catfish the right word? Yeah. Where, you know, Caicedo,
pulled at the last second.
Yeah.
Lavia,
and we're just super anxious about this transfer. It's actually becoming annoying now. Like, I want the kid to play for us, but I don't want to overspend for him either. £150 million for any player is ridiculous. I don't care. I'd pay for Messi in his prime for 150 million. But anything else, lad, it's just a ridiculous price tag. I don't know what they're doing other than trying to just maximise their payout. And I understand why, because they're not going to get any players like this or transfers like this for a good while, especially with players like Tar leaving on a free. We got Framey for cheap. I know what they're doing, but they need to find a way to make this work for both the player and the clubs, because 150 million is too much to ask for any individual on the planet. I don't care who it is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you make a good point there, because we have already got Jeremy Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen as well. We activated his release clause, £29.5 million, I think. Is this them saying, look, you've already had one of our lads on the cheap? I know it's technically legal, it's the release clause. Yeah. But is this them saying, well, you're not just coming here and taking who you want? Like, we're going to make it really difficult for you.
Absolutely. We're a Premier League club. We just won the Premier League. But they know we've got money. They're like, giz it. Giz all of that winnings right there. And it would be if Frimpong and Wirtz to take up the whole 180 mil that we've accumulated, basically. I think I'm seeing somewhere now on the internet where what you said about Gerald Quansah or Harvey Elliott, and I've seen a price tag around 90 million with one of them. That's a fine deal for me. I'll take that. Under £100 million, so the price tag's not so big on Florian's head, and you get a good player in Harvey or Quansah, which is going to add to their arsenal and definitely bolster them and give them quality that they're going to lack having sold Frimpong and Wirtz. I just don't think that Liverpool will fall out 150 million. There's going to have to be a compromise somewhere. I just want to talk about the plane that you were talking about. We need to start thinking about these things. Unless the clubs have agreed something, then he can't go anywhere, right? He can't do medicals, he can't agree, he's already agreed the personal terms, but he can't write out contracts because there's no price tag to give him. So we can't do any of that.
That's what we've got to agree on.
So it'll actually be Liverpool going to Leverkusen, not Florian coming to Liverpool. That I'm looking for, not the other way, not the other one. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, it's a tough one, because I think initially when this news came out, we were so excited. We thought, wow, look at us spending all this money. But this one has dragged on a little bit. I know the window, I mean, how ungrateful are we, right? The window literally opened yesterday and we're complaining that we've not already got 2 players in. But I think because this one has maybe dragged on a week and a half, you almost want these things to get done a bit sooner so you can almost know. But again, are we overreacting here? I mean,
probably.
The window's been open for 2 days. Do we just let the club do what they're going to do and maybe this time on Wednesday it's done, or...?
Probably. I know, when you're looking at other players that have been signed to the Premier League, particularly Chelsea. You look at Caicedo and you look at Enzo. They both got sold for ridiculous price tags. And I just don't want that to become Liverpool after the reputation that we've built over the years to hardball people ourselves and get the right price for players. But if I don't know what to think about this because I want that player. I want Florian Wirtz.
But for how
Liverpool.
much?
Exactly. What's the max we'll go to? That's a good question. What's the maximum? You know, let us know in the comments as well. The
I
maximum
think we've already hit
play.
the maximum.
So would I. £109 million
Yeah.
for a player. One player is a ridiculous fee. That's
and let's
a
be
lot
honest,
of money.
we want the player.
Yeah.
But it looks like Luis Diaz is maybe on his way to Barcelona or Saudi. There's been interest there. We saw a post from his partner yesterday, which looked like a bit of a goodbye post,
cryptic.
to be honest. A bit cryptic.
I don't know what that was.
Harvey's put out a bit of a cryptic post. Obviously, Nunes is probably going to leave. Diogo Jota's future's like
Nunes
a bit
is
up in the
definitely
air.
leaving.
And yes, we want Florian Wirtz, but it makes me think. Well, if we're prepared to spend over 100 million on a central attacking midfielder / winger, like we also need to spend a good 60, 70 on a striker as well. So, I mean, where do we put the money, basically? Fabrizio did say, though, that Liverpool are still confident in securing the signature. New talks scheduled this week, aiming to finalise the deal with Bayer Leverkusen soon. And all Liverpool fans are just hoping this one doesn't drag on too long.
And doesn't get pulled from underneath us, mates, because we want this player. He is one of the best players in the world right now, without a shadow of a doubt. We want him at Liverpool, but we just can't go too far. And if there's anything I know about Michael Edwards so far, and I'm going to say Richard Hughes right now because he's got a few good deals already, they don't go over, and they do play hardball themselves, and they won't make us look silly. I don't think they will. I think the deal with 90 million and a player sounds perfect to me. If they can accept that, how much would you value Javier Letta? 50, 60?
Yeah.
How much Quanta?
And even Quanta, with the ceiling that he has got,
I've seen what they put the price tag on.
homegrown. I mean, that doesn't mean anything to them, but...
Have you seen how much Liverpool rated them for? I've put them on the market for
40?
50.
Yeah.
And I that is overvalued, and I think they've done it on purpose, just in case Leverkusen want them, so they can go, right, well, there's our bargaining chip. He's 50 mil. So if you want him, we're going to have to take the price down on the fee. And I think that's a great way of doing it. They're smart. They've come up with that early as well in the transfer window. Seeing it the other day, and I was like, that's what they're doing there, clever. But we need him. We need Wirtz. He offers a different thing. He offers a different strategy for us. He really does. And if you combine Frimpong with Wirtz, the last 2 seasons, lad, they've had 111 goal involvements.
Yeah.
That's
ridiculous. For a right back as well.
A right back and
plus
a
central
pairing together. That is phenomenal. So I understand Leverkusen going, hey, you've taken 111 goal involvements offers. You need to pay for it. Get it.
Because if you were them, you'd be asking the same thing.
I think we've got to hold them as well. I think, yes, we want that player and we want him in our team. But you need to sell this player as well. You need to get rid of him because if you don't, he's going to go for a free. So let's work with each other here. Stop trying to get too much out of us. We're meeting you in the middle. We're giving you loads of money. Just accept the offer. I think 115 mil, 120, I'll go signed.
Yeah.
You're not getting a single penny more. That's enough. And then no player signed or 90 mil on a player. That's what I'd say.
90 mil on a player. Let us know in the chat. I mean, I'd rather keep Harvey Elliott, to be honest.
I love Harvey Elliott.
I mean, but he could almost be a direct replacement for Florian Wirtz.
It makes sense, mate. Also, though,
give him to us.
Tars just went to Bayern Munich. So, great replacement there. Quanta. I'd prefer Quanta and 90 mil. That would be, and keep Harvey Elliott. But
I just don't think that's realistic.
It's not going to happen because we can't have 3 number 10s at the club. It just won't work.
Yeah, this story actually broke on May the 23rd. I've just checked just to see how long it has kind of been going on
up
for.
To Liverpool. It literally was. I remember going up for the parade and seeing this news and going, this is going to be the best weekend ever.
Do you remember? We were all buzzing off it, weren't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, I reported on this on the 23rd of May. I'm just looking at the clip now. And the quote at the time was Florian Wirtz is 1 step away from Liverpool. And it doesn't seem like there's any issues on the player side. He wants Liverpool. Liverpool want him. And it almost gets to the point when you're the player on the exit where you say to your club, like, come on, man, just meet in the middle. Let's not drag this on for too long.
Yeah.
Sort us out. Let me go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I said.
Are we entering that period now a little bit?
I think so, yeah. Where I think Florian's going to have to probably speak up for himself and say, I don't need a 150 million price tag on my name going to Liverpool. But and I honestly, this is what I genuinely think the best deal will be: lower fee and a player, because it takes that pressure off him with the price tag. It really does. 80 million. Sound. There's a million players in the league that are around 60 to 80 million. Darwin Núñez was 80 something million, right? If we can support him, we can definitely support for him when he's had a bad game.
Absolutely.
I think he's got to go in and speak about it, yeah. Because he's going, he's going no matter what. So do you want a big price tag for him, or do you want us to go for the free next year?
Yeah, he wants it. We want it. Let us know in the chat when you think this one gets over the line, or if it even does. I mean, I can't see any other teams in the running at this stage. There were a couple of shouts about Real Madrid last week, but again, they wouldn't have the money to pump that into Bayer Leverkusen. So it is what it is. We just have to bide our time, be a little bit patient, and splash the old cash.
I think when we were talking about City being rejected by Florian, I genuinely think after this second bid being rejected, they have backed out because of the money. They just went, we're not paying that.
And they've looked at Shirky, right, Ryan Shirky, and gone, there's an option for 20-30 mil, which is the release clause.
And he's fantastic.
Is he a bit too similar to Marmoush, though, in terms of that kind of creative 10? Or
yeah, but City players and the team have been known for the depth and the rotation.
Yeah.
That's what Liverpool are trying to do right now. The reason why we're trying to get Florian Wirtz, even though we've got Dom, is to give us a different side to our game. I understand what you're saying about the similar profile, but that's the way Pep likes to play. He has that one cemented style throughout the season, which he adapts as he goes along throughout the seasons. But I don't think he'll have any worries about them two being similar, mate. Not a worry at all.
Just had a quick thought, right? Is there ever an opportunity or a stage where we almost say to Bayer Leverkusen, like, look, you're messing us around. This is the price. If you don't want to accept it, we're out. Could we then look at Shirky?
Yeah.
Is it Shekri or Shirky?
We probably should find out. We don't want to pronounce people's names wrong. But I understand what you're saying. Yes, definitely. But as that player, Shirky, you'd be looking at that going, you'd be like, what, lad? Are you coming for me as the second choice? You haven't got a plan for me. You're just scraping now. The reason why Florian Wirtz is coming to us is because we had a very solid, cemented plan for him. That's why he chose Liverpool over Bayern Munich or whatever else. Leverkusen need to not stop being silly now, because they've priced out some of the best clubs in the world because they don't want to pay that much for that player, even though he's that good. Stop being silly. You've got a top club that wants him, that's going to give you top money for him. Stop being stupid. Genuinely.
Don't be stupid, by Leverkusen. So we're asking you in the chat right now. It's a big hot topic. Florian Wirtz, how much would you want to pay for him? How much do you think Liverpool are prepared to pay for him? Is that private jet leaving Manchester at 3 o'clock got anything to do with this deal? It's going to Nuremberg, where the German camp actually are now. They're training for their games coming up. So let us know how this one ends, and does Ryan Shirky get a little shout at the end? Could we do a little deal there if Bayer Leverkusen want to play hardball? But I understand why they're doing it. They don't want to just roll over and get bullied, and a lot of the time they end up giving their best players to Bayern Munich anyway. And I think there was a bit of a verbal agreement between Wirtz and Bayern Munich. So maybe it's just slowing down a little bit because of that, but I'm sure Jeremy Frimpong is sending a few little texts to Florian. To Flo to get that one over the line.
This is the best place for Flo to go. Without a shadow of a doubt, Liverpool is the club for him. Make it happen, Leverkusen. Stop it. They give you 5 extra mil or something stupid. Yeah, just get him out.
Just do that. Just let him go. Right, next up, Quiveen Kelleher.
Oh.
And I feel exactly the same as you.
Yeah.
Sad. Just in another world, he would have been our number one for decades.
Yeah. Italian.
Because
Italian.
He's just been so crucial for Liverpool whenever he's been called upon. The attitude, the mentality to almost be the understudy to Alisson for years. You have to applaud it, but at what stage does he have to go, listen, I've been the number 2 for some time now. I've won 2 Premier Leagues with Liverpool. He was there, I think, in the squad at least when we won the Champions League, and he's won and played a crucial role in winning the cups as well. He scores penalties, saves penalties. Yeah. And actually, there's a stat here that I could not believe when I saw it earlier.
About his penalties?
Quiveen Kelleher has the highest win rate of any goalkeeper to make 50-plus appearances for Liverpool in all comps in the club's history. Wow. Quiveen Kelleher has a 65.7% win record whereas Alisson has 65.4, and that's above Bruce Grobbelaar. You know, it's above Ray Clements. It's above Pepe Reina.
It's only 50 games he's played.
No, they have to have made 50 plus appearances for you to get onto this list. But listen, it's 0.3 of a difference between him and Alisson. Alisson obviously plays more games, but let's just dedicate the next 5 minutes to just saying how grateful we are for his service. He came 10 years ago from Ireland to the academy, you know, bided his time, and he's been so important for Liverpool. And I am gutted to see him go because I love him, and you know, people say we look like each other and whatnot. The C-Tech Kelleher, as expressions called me. But I almost think, well, yeah, this is your time to shine now. But talk about that, but also talk to me about 12.5 million up front, which could potentially rise to 18.
Doesn't seem like a lot of money, does it?
Doesn't seem like a lot. I mean, I had him down as 40.
Is that good? Honest. It's because of what we've seen from him and all the trophies that you just listed off that he's helped us win. And also his win rate, as we just seen there. He's a phenomenal goalkeeper, mate. We haven't been saying he's the best second choice for no reason. It's just unfortunate that whilst he's in the team, we also have the best goalkeeper in the world. That's how
Mamardashvili's coming as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's almost showing Kelly the door, right? That's basically saying to him, we know we're going to have to replace him.
We did that last year, didn't we?
Yeah. But we got him in for this year. Yeah. So there must have been an agreement somewhere with Brentford or somewhere behind the scenes where it was like, yeah, he's going to come to you next year, but we need to keep him in for now because we can't get him from here until then. I love him, everyone does. He's an Irishman playing for Liverpool. We need one of them, and we need a Scotsman always, mate. Yeah. Did you know that Liverpool have had a Scotsman in every single Premier League win that we've had, or championship that we won?
You know, we had so many back in the day. Souness, Hansen, obviously Robbo's been around for years. But yeah, you need lads in the change room like that, and he just seems like such a nice guy. Like, he's humble around the team, around the dressing room, just a really good fella.
Yeah, he's done really well to be as good as he is and not kick up a fuss, genuinely, because he's been on the back burner for his whole time for Liverpool, really, and every single time that he stepped up, he's delivered. I think that's what you've got to look at when you're thinking about Kelleher. It's not necessarily just his goalkeeping ability, it's his ability to deal with pressure and step in when he can and just do the job, and he's just been phenomenal for us, and it'll be a sad sight to see him go, but he absolutely and utterly deserves to be a number one goalkeeper, and that's why there's no begrudgement in any way, shape or form. Like, lads, go and play first team footy, you belter. You're sick. Can't wait to see you in the Prem as a first team goalkeeper where you belong. Spot on. And I think Brentford is a lovely place for him to go.
Yeah.
That's a good team. That he's got Thomas Frank, who I really like.
Getting
Thomas Frank
with Tottenham at the minute.
Is he?
It looks like Ange might get sacked.
Don't go to Tottenham, lad. Oh, he'll ruin him.
Yeah.
They'll ruin him. Brentford is your home.
He's too clever to go to Tottenham. Anyway.
I would like to think so, mate, because Thomas Frank
is a nice thing set up there.
He's a decent manager, mate. Yeah. He's been able to get a lot out of Brentford with a small stadium and a lower budget, no academy, all of these things. He's been phenomenal. So please don't do that. I think he's looking at Kelly now thinking, yes, this is a solid goal. He got him for cheap. I think anybody in the world would pay £12 million for Kelleher. I really mean what I've just said.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody in the world. No, it doesn't matter what team it is.
I think he's a Liverpool legend.
So do I. He is. He goes like, like Origi and all them type of players. He's in that category where, like, you turned up and done a job for us when we needed you to.
Gini Ronaldo.
Yeah. No, Gini's in a one above, lad. Really? Yeah, because he played up consistently.
Two-time Premier League winner.
I get it, lads. He is. But you know what I'm saying. It's just because he hasn't featured as much as I'd like him to feature.
Last season, he played more than Alisson.
I know. I was about to say that.
I think last season was the season where... And he's obviously had his cup runs and, like I said, scored in penalty shootouts, saved pens as well. But I think last season was maybe the time where people went, it's disrespectful to call him a backup number 2 keeper because he's so good.
To keep him and not let him go.
And at some point you think, well, where's his kind of ambition to go away? But listen, if you've got a chance to be, you know, a Liverpool goalie and win the league, bearing in mind Alisson can be a bit injury prone as well.
A little bit.
Do you remember at one stage we had Jaros in goal?
Yeah.
You know, at Palace away, I think we won 1-0. We hung on in the end.
That match for Dilly's got some big boots to fill. Honestly, 100%. With both Alisson and Kelly, you better be good, mate, because these two have been...
We've waited a while to see him now as well, haven't we?
These two have been the bedrock of our team. Like, they genuinely have for the last 5... Well, Alisson, like, a long time, 9 years. Something crazy, lad. We've needed them.
Yeah. And that, you know, percentage there of the highest win rate is just unbelievable. And he's, like I said, just such a nice guy. But the transfer to Brentford looks like a here we go. This is what Fabrizio is saying. Deal done for the goalkeeper to join from Liverpool for 18 million package fee add-ons included. But one of the key moving parts here is Mark Flecken, the goalkeeper for Brentford, is going to go to Bayer Leverkusen for 10 mil. So it's almost like a little triangle thing. And this
Look
could
what we're
potentially-
doing for you, Leverkusen. Honestly.
Yeah,
Gears flow right now. Sorry.
I want my money back.
Yeah.
I want my money back.
Honestly,
I want me dough.
we're sorting you out here. Yeah, we actually are. So go sort us out back, please.
Because that could potentially, have some kind of impact on the Florian Wirtz one. Also, breaking news: Man City pursuing a deal to sign Ryan Ait-Nouri from Wolves.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's right now.
He is a great little player. Defensively,
Well,
lacks
we were
a little
looking
bit,
at him a
but
lot.
attacking wise, quite similar to Frimpong, mate.
Yeah.
Great feet, fast, gets in there, scores goals. He's a
Yeah.
great little player.
So just to round it up on Caoimhín Kelleher, the Irish #1 goalkeeper, we love you. You've been incredible for Liverpool. The calmness, the stepping in to be the main man, and not having any kind of fear about that. He was very, very happy to kind of be that main guy when Alisson's injured, and look what he's done for us. So go and fly.
Yeah.
It's one of them, isn't it?
Spread your
Go
wings,
and fly, spread your wings, and
You deserve this. You
and do
deserve
your thing, man.
You deserve everything.
Would you have
mate.
preferred him to not go to the Prem though, and
No.
try something else?
I
out?
want to see him.
You
I
wanna
want to
see
see
him
him
at
shine in the
Anfield?
best league in the world. I know he's going to be playing against Liverpool, but even that, there's no hatred towards it, lad. It's almost like, oh, we've got a cool adversary right now. This is a guy that we know is good. It's going to be a good match. Let's have it. I enjoy that. There's a camaraderie there.
Yeah.
There's no hate whatsoever. He is a legend, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Love him.
Let us know in the chat. Give us your best wishes for Caoimhín as he goes to Brentford. Big him up.
Legend.
And again, Bild, who the German publication with 2 million followers, they just tweeted this yesterday. Luis Diaz has decided to leave Liverpool. Very outright. They're not messing around. They don't mince
This
their words.
transfer
Straight
stuff.
in there.
Oh my days.
I mean, what kind of offer would have to be presented to us on the table for us to even entertain Luis Diaz leaving?
75 to 80 mil. But
We'll
even
take
that, I just don't think we should. We're getting rid of potentially Nunes and Jota out of that start and out of them. Mo Salah's going to be 33. No doubt about his quality, but we need to make sure that we are still keeping young players at the team. How old is he? 25, 26? Keep him there. Stupid.
I think he's 27, 28.
All right. Going on a little bit now.
Let me just double check it, because again we're reacting to his partner, and I'll just paraphrase it. To the incredible Liverpool fans, from the first day we arrived, we felt firsthand what it means to be a part of this club. We knew the slogan was "You Never Walk Alone," but to hear them sing it with so much passion, support every moment, and show such unconditional love confirmed to us that here you do never walk alone. Blah 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 blah. Thank you so much for the love, for being so much dedication and making us feel at home. I mean, it does. It's a bit goodbye-y.
Yeah, it is. And do you
I
know
don't
what?
know
I've
what's
seen what
going
club
on.
won him. I forgot what club won him. I
Barca.
thought it was Barca at first.
And
No,
Saudis as
Saudi
well.
won him as well.
Yeah.
So do you know what? Sell him to Saudi and take them the cleaners.
Yeah.
If we're going to get taken the cleaners by Leverkusen, then just do the same. £100 million, please. That's what we want. And then that'll go straight to Flo. No problem. You can have
Yeah.
him for that.
Straight to Flo. Yeah, he's 28.
Yeah.
He's 28 now,
And
which
that-
I don't think is a big problem, because I don't think we have access to anyone definitely better than him right now.
That's the point, right? When we're gonna,
Because we'd have to. I mean, but Wirtz could maybe. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the point. So it's like we can just about get away with selling Diaz and Nunes, but nobody else from that front line. We have to keep them. Even Jota, they have to keep him then and get someone else in potentially, because you can't. Diaz and Gakpo this season were boss. They were competitive against each other. They both dropped off at different points of the season, but whilst one dropped off, the other picked up, and we needed that. That's how we've won the league. We need to make sure that we keep our quality players.
Yeah, totally agree. So let us know in the chat. Luis Diaz, was that cryptic Instagram post anything to read into, or was it just a nice emotional kind of message to the Liverpool fans as well? Let us know in the chat. And I wanted to talk about Mo Salah and the Ballon d'Or. Not that I genuinely care about the Ballon d'Or. I just think it's a bit of a mockery in terms of, certain players who don't get voted, they don't even turn up. People disrespect the competition, but it's been a bit of a farce for years anyway. And I would only want Mo Salah to win the Ballon d'Or for him. Like, I'm not that fussed if he wins it or not, because I've seen how this prize works, right? It's not always the eye test, right? But again, I'm going to throw some numbers at you, and you tell me what you think. So, in terms of all comps, all goals and assists, Salah with 61 across the season, Rafinha with 61, which is unbelievable for Rafinha. He's just gone up to a new level. Dembele 47, Yamal 45, Lautaro 29. And this is interesting, this one. Percentage of goals and assists that are big, as in like big moments, like can you get it across the line? Salah at the top, 56.8, 56.7 Yamal, then Lautaro, Rafinha, Dembele. Big goals and assists, 32. Salah is at the top, Rafinha second. Minutes per goal and an assist, Salah top, 80.7. And games with a goal or assist, Salah with 39, Rafinha with 39. So me looking at this, and this is from the Under Pressure podcast, these numbers, me looking at this, Salah is the top of every chart that we look at. Individually, he's won the Golden Boot. He's obviously won the Playmaker, the Player of the Season, won the league. And you look at Dembele, unbelievable season, yes, won the Champions League. Looking at this, it's difficult to argue with the numbers. The numbers and all the points point to Mo Salah. So, is Mo Salah going to win the Ballon d'Or?
No.
Even though, and again, I don't think
it's
he
going to be a
necessarily
PSG
will.
player.
It will be a PSG player.
It's going to be a PSG player. No matter, right, we've seen Haaland put up one of the best goal scoring seasons I've ever seen in my life, win a treble. And who won it?
Who did win it?
Rodri.
Yeah.
And I get it. I get why Rodri won it, because
yeah.
he won the Euros and all that, but it was just not the player that you were expecting to win it. It's a popularity contest. They pick who they want. Mo Salah has been at the top echelon of football for 9 years, consistently scoring plus 20 goals in a season. I think he deserves it based off his consistency. I don't think he can give it to somebody like Rafinha for having a one-off season where he's absolutely excelled, and it is a wonderful season from him, without a shadow of a doubt. Cannot take that away from him. But Salah's been doing this for 9 years. So, in my mind, as a Liverpool fan, maybe I'm being biased, I'd like to think that would be taken into account, but it's not going to be. I kind of see a world where Mo Salah's going to get the Ballon d'Or, even though over his playing career, he's probably deserved it in 1 or 2 spots. And so this year is probably a great shout for him.
His first season, yes, he didn't win the league, obviously. We lost the Champions League final. If we did win that Champions League final, after 44 goals, he would have definitely won it then. But
it's going to be a PSG player. It's either going to be Dembele or Hakimi. It's going to be one of them. It will.
Or Donnarumma.
Yeah.
But it will be PSG. And obviously, we watched the Champions League final together, didn't we? Absolute mauling that was.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that one finishes as well.
What do you think, lads? Do you think Mo Salah's going to win it?
No.
Yeah.
But which is wild considering what I've just read out.
There's nothing he can do, mate.
What more can he do? But again, I don't want to attach like too much importance or weight to Ballon d'Or, because like for me it's a bit of a farce.
The only I'll say one reason why I'd want him to win it for us, so that we can put into an argument next time someone says he's not the best right winger in the Premier League history. Yeah. We can say, well, he won Ballon d'Or. Yeah. And I know that's stupid because we don't even put the weight on it ourselves, but that'll just add to our arguments, just to give him another accolade, which he deserves.
In terms of personal accolades, like it's not really much more he can win.
He's done everything
apart from the Ballon d'Or.
All he can do is break his own records in Liverpool. Which is what
the amount of records that he's broken is a record in itself.
I can't tell you how many. It's probably something like honestly like 40
records
or 50.
He's got.
It's ridiculous.
It's a joke. It's absolutely.
I don't know what else he can do. What more he can do, mate? I really don't. So it is what it is. Modric won it, didn't he? And he didn't even win the World Cup or anything like that. He came second in it. So if he can win it coming second, then why can't Liverpool win it, not winning the Champions League?
Yeah.
Or Mo Salah win it without not winning it?
And there's probably other reasons as well, but that's political and
he's won the Playmaker, Player of the Season, and Golden Boot for the Premier League, which is the best league in the world.
Yeah, of course.
Like that.
That should mean a lot.
That
should mean a lot.
When was the last player that did that? All 3.
Probably Mo Salah.
Honestly,
Probably Mo Salah.
I'm assuming Rafinha must have won all of them as well. He must have won. Well, did he win the Playmaker one? I don't know. I know
I actually don't know.
Mo Salah's literally done everything that every attacking player wants to do. He's done it.
What more can he do?
Yeah, except for win a quadruple, which no team's ever done. Just
apart from Barca. Yeah.
Gives Florian Wirtz and give him the Ballon d'Or. I'm sick of this.
There's a journalist here I've just gone past on Twitter. It says ultimately Liverpool will be aware of the fact that they bought Frimpong under value. There is wiggle room to get closer to Leverkusen's valuation of Wirtz. They're obviously holding out, aren't they, for 150 million euros? But can we use a little
125? Which is
and if you were Jurel Quansah, you know, by the way, we'll have to buy another centre back if he goes. Like, I don't think the transfers stop here. Maybe we get Wirtz, another striker, another centre back. We have to, you know, this is going to be probably the most exciting ever.
Which is why it
transfer
makes sense
window
for
Liverpool fans.
That's why it makes sense for Harvey to chip, lad.
Potentially, but if one of them had to go and I could choose one, it would be Quansah and keep Harvey.
But then we need a solid choice after him, and we don't need to replace Harvey Elliott because we're getting somebody else in already. It makes more sense for Harvey to go. Here's Florian Wirtz, centre attacking mid. Here's Harvey Elliott. We give you 90 mil and him.
Exactly.
Direct replacement. There you go.
And also talks between Konaté's agent and Liverpool over a new deal progressed in late May. We definitely need to sort that out. I mean, we've obviously secured and sorted out the main ones, but
otherwise we need to start selling these players a year before the contract ends,
because we can't have another situation like this
again. He goes for free. It's a Real Madrid. I'm not doing that.
Not again. Right, so we'll wrap it up there. I mean, we'll let you know with videos during the week on Florian Wirtz if anything gets across the line. Obviously, we'll be the first to bring it to you. Yeah. We're still in for a striker. We've heard of AGT, we've heard of Gyökeres. Who do you actually think we end up with?
Nobody's going to go and buy Gyökeres because of Nunes. It's all his fault. I think that we end up with AGT. He has, because how many goals did he score in one season? Something ridiculous.
Or something
38,
like that.
36, yeah. That's what's Victor. I feel so bad for him because I don't understand why teams aren't going, yeah, there's a 60 million price tag here. Buy him. It is what it is. Yeah. I think we'll get AGT, lad, if we're going to get anybody.
So Salah on the Ballon d'Or. Is he going to win it? That's a big hot Kopic. Quiveen Kelleher, get your love in the comments right now for Quiveen. Legend. What a boy. And of course, Florian Wirtz, we're still in talks, and there's potentially a private jet flying from Manchester to Nuremberg today. So we'll see about that one, how that one ends out. And of course, we'll be back next week with more transfer news and whatever there is to talk about during the summer, to be honest, because obviously there's no games. We're not in the Club World Cup, which I'm actually quite happy about. Yeah. Nice little rest. Yeah. And we go again.
I just want to see a picture of this.
With what number would you like?
14.
For Wirtz?
Yeah.
14. Okay.
Thinking of
mine's it.
Thierry Henry. Yeah. 7's taken. 10's taken.
As well.
14's a creative number. 11 I would have given, but Mo Salah's got that. So 14.
And 10 Macca's got 18. Who's got 18? Gakpo.
As yeah.
Yeah. Maybe 19. Who's got 19?
Or 17. I do like 17 because it reminds me of Gerrard. Oh.
Curtis Jones.
14.
Yeah, I think he wears 17 for Germany as well. So they're all the hot Kopics that we've spoken about today. Myself and Doyle here on the Kop TV. Smash that like button. Get them comments in and subscribe if you have not already to the channel. Once again, just before we end, obviously we're sending our most heartfelt wishes still to the people still trying to recover from that awful incident that happened a week ago. Honestly, it feels like so much longer because, you know, it left such a sour taste on the day. And it was an incredible day. I don't think we should forget how amazing the day was up until that point. You know, you especially made such a big effort in creating content for the Kop TV, for DR Sports as well. So that's important to watch. It's important to remember. And it's important to hope for those times again. But, of course, we're still thinking of those people that were affected naturally. Right, Doyle, thank you very much. We're actually going to do a separate video now. Keep bench and sell, so keep an eye out for that one. It's going to be entertaining.
It's going to be funny, this one, actually.
I guess.
There's a few that are like this right now.
50-50s.
Yeah,
a few. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Take care. All the best.